Alright, Mal.
Meow.
Welcome to High Rise City. Little Willie's still here. And surprisingly, little Nicky is back. The last bit was me putting the master cylinder in, all the brake lines, and bleeding everything. I still need to button up a few of it because I welded a bolt to the top of the rear to bolt the splitter for the rubber splitter to the out back. So I just got to tie the brake line that runs all the way down the frame to the frame, and same with the front up here because I got a line that runs all the way out the front and up and over and then around. So basically following the original brake line. I put a new distributor because I didn't have spark. Come to find out, I had spark, just the plug was fouled from where I was trying to read to set timing to make sure it was right. Well, I put a new distributor in it and put 8 spark plugs in there, and it fired up. The carburetor is running very lean. That's why all the spark plugs were fouled, plus they were God knows how old. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pull the carburetor and have it rebuilt. I don't rebuild carburetors because I don't know how. This one's been sitting for, it's been sitting here for at least 5 years. So God knows how much it was sitting where it was. The next item on the docket list is interior, but I need to cut cardboard templates for that. And since I have physical help here with little Willie, I'm going to come back to that. Plus, the original Chevy seats, Silverado seats that I was going to put in it, I'm not. I'm going to keep more with the theme of the older style truck, basically of, if this being a 66, if it came with bucket seats, what would it come with? So I actually have a set of bucket seats I'm going to put in this. They're in the attic. I plan to get those down tomorrow and start making templates for the interior probably this weekend. But what I need on here is a front bumper. I had on here this bumper. I know it looks like a C10 bumper. It's not. It's actually wider because it being a C60. The cabs are the same. The hood is the same. The fenders are different. See the little pooch? It makes it for a wider truck. So the area trying to fill, we can just get it just down just a scotchy. It's here. I have this Hendrickson, I think. Yeah, it says Hendrickson on it. Bumper. It's for a big rig. I got this from Timmy, the same guy that put the motor in my International. It was kind of going to go on there, but it's too wide for that. So, and this is closer to being done, and it's bent up anyways. It got bent out, and then they bent it back a little, so it has like a little bend here, and a little bend here, and a little in here. So what I'm going to end up doing is putting it on a set of sawhorses, and we're going to shorten this thing, I think by 12 inches is what my math was. And then I got a whole boatload of those 3/4 inch lights to put a whole row across it. So I'm a little indecisive at the moment on what to do with this after it's cut down to size. I'm tossing up the idea of either A, just leaving my welds kind of just bare and painted, and then leave the rest of the bumper chrome, or flapper disc everything, take a couple flat discs, spend lots of time getting the chrome off. I don't see happening. And doing this. The third option, which I think I might do, is wrap the bumper. Basically, wherever I grind off and grind it smooth with flap disc, hit it with some primer, and get a wrap for it. Then just mount all my lights back in it and everything. And I think that's probably the option I'm going to go with, so I can put something More than likely to go with me, something rat rodish and offensive on the front of it. So, stay tuned at how that turns out. I'm going to find a set of sawhorses and get this set up. So, cutting out 11 inches diagonally. So, anyway, kind of put it together and put a clamp on there just to take a look at it. So, yeah, so now that I'm happy with my kind of test fit, as you will at the moment, I'm going to find some block wood. Well, first I'm going to undo it, bevel the edges, get it to fit real nice and tight, and find 2 straight pieces to clamp it to, and make sure it's straight this way and this way, both ways, and then weld it back together. So, I mean, no offense if you're not straight, I just prefer my bumpers to be, so that's what I'm going to do. So, here we are. Pretty much all lined up. Like it's high here. What I'm going to do is tack it out here, and then tack it there, and then like pry it or something in the middle to get it right. So I welded up the bumper, well, just the front side anyways, and flat disced it. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy for what it turned out in my garage. I didn't do the back yet because I was going to fit it up and mark the holes for the bolts. Well, I did, but the bumper sat out like way too far. And when I say way too far, it was a presidential decision to go ahead and cut, I guess, 2 inches of the frame off, the front off, which included the bumpers. And one of the big reasons I was okay with this instead of just building the filler panel, that bumper, the front of it was like angled inward on the bottom. So the brackets do that. And so it made the whole big flat bumper do it, and I didn't like it. So cut it pretty much flush off with the front of the spring perch mount, and we're gonna throw this thing back on here. And voila! There's my pimp bumper. So that's pretty much, I'm happy with that. I gotta measure out and drill a boatload of holes across the front for my 3/4 inch lights. So I ordered 100 of them today off Amazon for like 40 bucks or something like that. I have, I think, 50 of them in the drawer over there. I bought them for the van. But given the fact that I'm still waiting to get parts back from the body shop from the guy that got locked up with them, I don't know. See how that turns out. But I think that looks much better. I'm going to weld some brackets on. Basically, did the measurements to go, put the little 3/4 inch lights. These doohickeys here. Some of you may remember these from when I built my Colorado, the Chevy Colorado for the chop truck. I had those in the visor and across the bottom of the air dam. I just bought 50 of them not too long ago to put on my van. And I just got my visor back. That's got holes in there to mount some on there. I got to get it painted and stuff, and that I'm going to keep working on that. But so I mounted them on this. I bought a pack of 100 of these things. So I'm going to put a lot of lights on this truck just because I'm trying to be obnoxious. So I'm, like I said, running these at 2 inches. So somebody got ahead of me with the oil, and it's like puddling out now. The front bumper, I am finally Done drilling all, where you at, where you at, where you at, there it is, all the freaking holes for the little 3/4 lights. I still have to weld that one, that one, that one, and that one, I believe, up. Because I gotta cut this longer. But I just got done cleaning this whole thing. So, and I already showed you, I welded brackets on the front. So I'm going to, Lil Willie and I are going to hang this bumper up here so I can reach in from behind and mark where the bumper bolts go. So then I can put it back up here, drill them, and then finish the fabrication and be done with this bumper for now. So I'm gonna get to it. Bumper is mounted. See the 4 gigantic mounting bolts? It still has to come off due to the fact the hole has to get elongated, and I'm going to also mount my lights on the outside. Gonna, like I said, close this video out for today. Like, subscribe. I got no idea how well this video is going to come together. Say goodbye to Lil Willie. You might see him next year, depending on how things go.
It's January, man.
And I know, so we probably, you know, you never know, man. The Browns might make the Super Bowl next year, so.
That's what we're shooting for.
So, he'll, you know, he works for the Browns, so not just flushing them, but you know. So anyway. So catch you later. Like, subscribe, comment. Later.